Good morning, Year 6 students. Myself, Miss Jabbar and Mr. Tappin wanted to do a brief assembly for you before our open evening so that you got to know a little bit about Chalk Hills Academy, because we appreciate you won't be able to come into the building. So just before our open evening on the 8th of October, we thought we'd just talk a little bit about the Academy for you.
So why are you here? The first reason is we want to start building a relationship with you guys. So you don't know who we are and we don't know who you are. So the first thing we want to do is start building those relationships and start showing you our faces. Also, like Mr. Bar's mentioned, it's sort of an introduction towards open evening. And again, it gives you a chance to meet our team. You'll see some of the faces you will see around our school every single day. We also want to try and stop you worrying so much. We understand that coming to big school can be quite scary. Coming to a brand new building that's a lot bigger than yours can be quite intimidating, and we're trying to make sure, look, it's all okay, there's nothing to worry about at all. We want to try and inspire you. There's lots of things in our building that are really, really cool, and loads of things in here that we want you to strive, achieve and believe to become. And we also want to give you a look into the year ahead and what the next year is going to look like.
So, who are the key members of staff and what are their roles and responsibilities? We have our executive principal on the left-hand side, Miss Lee, and she oversees our two secondary schools. So she oversees the Chalk Hills Academy as well as the Stockwood Park Academy. And then on the right-hand side is Miss Chambers, and she is our head of school. Okay, so as you're aware, my name is Miss Jabbar and I am Vice Principal here at Chalk. One of my main responsibilities is to ensure that the transition programme runs smoothly, so all of the students in Year 6 move into Year 7 and that transition is smooth, it's comfortable and it's enjoyable. I also oversee the Key Stage 3 curriculum, so it's really about ensuring that Key Stage 3 supports our vision of strive, achieve and believe. We want to deliver a curriculum that is challenging, is engaging, is fun, and ensuring that when you get to your GCSEs, you are ready for them. So how we do that is ensuring that we don't actually put you in any sets when you join us in Year 7. We keep you as mixed ability in your tutor group, so you get to know your tutor group, you get to know the students in that, and you are taught in those groups for most subjects. Assessments then take place after the autumn term, where then we discuss groupings and settings for those core subjects. But the most important thing I feel that I do is teach science. For me, that is the most interesting subject. It's a fun subject, it's practical, and I love being in the classroom, and I look forward to teaching a number of you when you join us here. So what do I do in my spare time? I enjoy cycling with my daughter. She is 4 years old. She's just joined reception school in her primary. So she is going through an exciting period of her school life. I love traveling, particularly the Far East. And like most women, I like to go shopping. And something really strange is that I like to collect watches, antique watches, new watches, some that are slightly expensive, but it is a weird habit. But yeah, watches is what I like to collect. I don't like needles, I don't like the cold weather, so even though our building is so lovely and warm, in the summer term you will generally see me with a cardigan on because I really don't like the cold weather. And something that's really important for you to know is that I don't like people with poor manners. So that is something we try and instill in our students, that manners count for everything and that you always have good manners.
And I'm Mr. Tappin and I'll be your head of year for Year 7. So what are my responsibilities? Well, the first thing I do is I make sure your welfare is looked after and look after your achievement. I want to make sure that I'm not a typical head of year that people perceive us to be and we just deal with the bad students. We want to focus on the good things our students do and making sure, again, with our motto, strive, achieve, believe, we make sure the students are recognised for their achievements. I also monitor attitudes and progress of pupils, so I do have to deal with behavioural things. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that won't be any of you guys, but if behaviour is poor, that is something I deal with. If attitudes are poor, it is something I also deal with. But I also try my best to make sure the progress of pupils is maintained. Whether that means you have to move classes or do something different, whatever I can do to help, it is my job to try and do something or to put something in place that will help you. Like I've already mentioned, I deal with behaviour, and a lot of the time people say about behaviour management, I think it's more behaviour correction. People make mistakes and that's absolutely fine. My job is to help support you to stop making those mistakes, and the reason I deal with behaviour isn't just because I like telling you off, it's to help you learn better. It's to improve your behaviour for learning. And my last responsibility is to support Miss Jabbar and ensure you have a comfortable transition process into Year 7. So what do I like? Well, I like sport in general, especially football and futsal. Futsal, you'll soon find, is the best sport in the world, and I'll make sure I make that very clear when you come here in Year 7. I enjoy Harry Potter and all the Marvel films. I'm a little bit of a film geek when it comes to those two things. And I enjoy my sweet treats, strawberry flavoured sweets or chocolates. What do I dislike? My main dislike is people with poor or negative attitudes. If people try their best and don't get the outcomes they want, I don't have a problem with that. What I do have an issue with is people who have poor or negative attitudes and don't try their best and then complain when they don't get what they want. You must try your best, and if you do that, then we'll get on absolutely fine. I also don't like clowns or ventriloquist dolls, they're really creepy.
Okay, so why choose the Chalk Hills Academy? For those of you that may have gone past our building, you'll be able to see that it's a really bright, airy, brand new building with fantastic facilities, fantastic opportunities. We also have our own sixth form, so our school is actually 11 to 18, and we also have linked to that the Football Academy, linked to Luton Town Football Club. So lots of opportunities for those students that are not always academic and want to excel in other areas. And that is why we like to promote the arts, the sports and technology. And once you come and visit our school, you'll be able to see the fantastic facilities and opportunities that we offer. The Year 7s have specific areas located to them, and one of the obvious ones is our quad. So the quad is in the centre of the building, where it's very visible, and you will be protected there. You are in an area that is solely yours, and the lovely thing you want to know about that area is that it has AstroTurf on it, and that AstroTurf actually comes from the London 2012 Olympics.
There is also a snack shack at Chalk Hills Academy, so dotted around the building the various areas you can get snacks at break and lunchtime. In that snack shack you can get things like waffles, other treats, as well as obviously the healthy options such as fruits. We also deliver a personal best curriculum. That personal best curriculum is specific and unique to Chalk Hills Academy. You will not get that at any other secondary school. With the personal best curriculum comes extended learning days, so you have days off timetable where you study other subjects and do other activities to develop your learning. Learning isn't just about maths, English, science, it's about the broader and the bigger picture. We also have great extracurricular activities. I'm a PE teacher, so I'm very, very heavily involved in delivering those extracurricular activities. And it isn't just PE, we don't just do football clubs. We do clubs for all sorts of different things, including languages, including all the other subjects in school. And we have a library where you can come and use the breakfast club before and after school. People who don't have computers, we can give you the computers in the library to complete your homework, so that isn't an issue. And lastly, we have excellent results in the Chalk Hills Academy. We are always above the national average, and this year our results evidently display that. We again have achieved our results above the national average, which we're obviously very pleased about, and hopefully that can attract you to our school because it shows that our education and the things we deliver in this school help you to achieve the best grades we possibly can.
Okay, so I wanted to take some time to talk to you about literacy. I'm sure just like your primary school, literacy plays a very big part of your life, and it certainly does at Chalk Hills Academy. And what we want to do is provide plenty of reading opportunities for you. We know that reading for pleasure makes an enormous difference to the education of every student and the way they perform in every subject. So things that we do here to promote literacy are 5 minutes of reading at the start of every lesson every day. So we have 5 lessons a day, and if we're doing 5 minutes of reading at the start of every lesson, that's 25 minutes of reading in every lesson, and that is subject specific reading. So if you have a science lesson, you will do 5 minutes of reading related to a science topic. If you have a history lesson, it'll be 5 minutes of reading related to a history topic. So it's subject specific reading on a daily basis. You also have your tutor time dedicated to reading. So 1 morning per week you will read together as a class, and your tutor will choose a specific book dedicated to Key Stage 3, which you will read throughout the academic year. We know the benefits of reading make a big difference to you, but certainly if you can try and enjoy that reading, you will definitely perform better in your tests, you will develop a broader vocabulary, your general knowledge will increase, and you will have a better understanding of other cultures. And most importantly, you will notice your performance certainly increase in other subjects as well.
And on the screen now, you can now see one of our Year 7s who has just started with us in September. This is young Drake, and he is currently reading in our lovely quad. As you can see, it's also got some flowers in the corner, which Miss Harvey and various students throughout Year 7 will get to help look after and maintain throughout the school year.
So here on the screen are displayed some of the Year 7 reading books that tutor groups are currently reading in their tutor time. I'll give you a moment to have a quick scan so you can see the genre is quite broad for you to have a look at, and hopefully we will increase the selection for you for next year.
So what do you need to know? Well, the first thing is we rotate or work on a 2-week timetable. That means your first week of lessons might look different to your second week of lessons. And the reason we do that is so we can offer a more broad curriculum to all of our students from Year 7 all the way through to Year 13. We usually start at 8:40 a.m. and we finish between 2:55 to 3:05 p.m. Now obviously, things at the moment in Choose TCHA Academy are slightly different amid the COVID regulations and different rules we have to follow, but we're going to tell you what it's going to be like from September, with fingers crossed it will be back to normal for you guys. You'll also study over 18 different subjects. These include English, drama, textiles, food and PSE, and all the other subjects are listed on the screen in front of you as well. So what questions do we frequently get asked? Obviously I'd love to have you in front of us right now asking us the questions and answering them in real life, but sadly that can't happen. So I will just answer some of the most popular questions we get every single year through transition. So the first question is there lots of homework? There is lots of homework, but it isn't completely unmanageable at all. It's really, really simple for you to do. We have a platform called Show My Homework where all your homework is put on, and you will get 2 to 3 pieces of homework a day maybe. You get 1 piece of homework per subject per week, and it is going to take you no longer than half an hour. You may get the odd project here and there, but the homework is manageable and the workload is nothing too strenuous, I do promise you that. What is the food like? We offer a wide selection of food in this school. At break time, we've got loads of different snacks you can get, along with sandwiches and other healthy options. And at lunchtime, we offer hot food, we have halal options, and we've also got vegetarian options, and we offer, again, hot and cold buffet style kind of food at lunchtime. What happens if you get lost? During all changeovers between lessons, before school, again, during changeovers, break time and lunchtime, staff are on all the corridors and in all your duty areas, and they will wear a yellow high-vis. Go and find someone in a high-vis, or go and find a member of staff, and they will point you in the right direction. All of our staff are really friendly and really helpful, and again, if you need any help, even if it's not about getting lost, go and see a member of staff. Is there any bullying in Choose TCHA Academy? We would like to think not, and occasionally incidents do pop up, and any incidents that do pop up we deal with very, very quickly, and we make sure that those people who are bullying are dealt with and the consequences are very, very high. We do not tolerate it in Choose TCHA Academy at all, and like I say, any cases of bullying are dealt with very, very quickly. Will I make lots of new friends? Of course you are. In your year group, there's going to be 300 of you, and there'll probably be no more than sort of 40, 50 of you from some schools, other schools 2 or 3 of you. Naturally, when that many children come together, you're going to make lots of new friends, and you won't be in the class with lots of your friends from your old school. You might have a couple, but you're going to be in a class of loads of new people, and I promise you they're all going to be really friendly and super nice to you as well, and of course you'll make some new friends. What subjects will I study? Well, I previously mentioned on the slide before about what subjects we'll study. Some of the main ones that are a bit different that you wouldn't normally hear of are textiles. We obviously do PE, we do PSHE, and again, any other subjects you're not sure on, you can go back on the video and have a look at the subjects on the previous slides. Will you get detentions? That all depends on your behaviour. Hopefully none of you will get any detentions, but if you do, there are 20 minutes per detention. In our school, every time you get a detention is 20 minutes, so the maximum you can have in one day is 1 hour. Fingers crossed there won't be any of you guys, and we only give out detentions if your behaviour is poor, if you forget your homework, or if you're late to the academy without a genuine reason. Do I have to wear my blazer? You have to wear your blazer to school, and you have to wear your blazer around the building. You can remove that blazer during lessons as long as you ask to remove it. Again, it's going to be warm in these classrooms, and again, you don't have to wear the blazer in PE at all, you wear the Choose TCHA Academy PE kit.
So our key message and expectation for you is very simple. We want you to have a kind heart, a strong mind, and a brave spirit. And as Mr. Tappin has already said, we just want you to work hard and try your best. If you are able to follow this, then there will be no problem and you will have a really enjoyable experience at the Choose TCHA Academy. Okay, so the year ahead, we wanted to make you aware, and certainly we will be making your primary schools and parents aware of our virtual open evening. Now, under normal circumstances, we would be inviting you into the academy to come and take a tour of the building, but with the current situation of COVID, unfortunately, this will be a virtual open evening, and this will take place on the evening of the 8th of October, and there will be more information to follow on this. And as I've already mentioned, I will be making your primary schools aware of the details of this event. We hope that as the year progresses and things calm down with the pandemic, we will be able to invite you to some transition workshops and activities. And this will give you the opportunity to get to know the academy, the staff and our students across the different year groups better. We will also do some introduction assemblies and invite you to some formal assemblies in the hall where we'll be able to speak to you face to face rather than having to do a video. In line with that, there will be some parental meetings where we will invite your parents to some evening events. And as you know, Mr. Tappin is a PE teacher, so he has organised in the spring and summer term some sports events for you. And then in that final summer term in July, I'm hoping that after your SATs, you'll have some transition days, once again, where we will have some exciting activities arranged for you. In that same month of July, we will invite your parents to a coffee morning, just for any final questions that they may have. And then for the summer holidays, we will finish off with giving you an exciting summer project and a challenge or various challenges to complete to keep you busy over that 6-week period. So from me, that is a big thank you and goodbye. I'm so sorry that this had to be done as a virtual assembly, and I'm really hoping that very soon or at some point throughout the academic year, I get to meet you in person. I'll pass over to Mr. Tappin.
Thank you, Ms. Jabbar. The last thing I want to do is show you some photos of our Year 7s in action, of what it's been like for them in their first few weeks at the Choose TCHA Academy. From me, it's also goodbye, and again, I repeat what Ms. Jabbar says, it's a shame we can't have you in the building, but fingers crossed, before we know it, we'll be able to have you in the building and start getting you used to our brand new, lovely school.